Hi there, I'm Jon from the Jon Zickert Group.
I'm Hayden, Bretzke from the team.
We're here with your April market update, which we want to share with you market activity for 2024 on a lake we all love, Crystal Lake. Hayden basically grew up skiing on Crystal Lake when you were a tiny tot.
Yep, all my life I've been around the lake and enjoyed it, so it's fun to see this report come out every year.
We moved here in 2000 and have fallen in love with Crystal Lake, the Caribbean blue, just amazing. So here's what happened. This report talks about market activity last year. And Hayden, why don't you give us a few ideas on what that data is in the report?
Yeah, so last year we saw 19 properties sell on the lake, ranging anywhere from 950 to 1.9 million. We had an average sale price of about 1.35 million, but that can go up and down based on each property.
So 19 properties. Was it fair to say we were fairly busy on Crystal Lake last year, or is that like a slow number for the lake?
19 properties for Crystal Lake is very busy. We're hoping that trend continues upwards and we have another busy year, but 19 in general is a high number for us.
Other cool points in this report that I like are the odds of selling. It takes a look at the history of 2 years and what sold and what didn't sell. 90% is your average. There was a couple that took a little longer to sell. Another term you hear about is days on the market. Last year it was 96 days. There was one that spent a couple hundred days on the market, but finally found its right buyer, and they're happily enjoying the lake. And there's some buying patterns in there also that I think are interesting. Hayden, why don't you tell us about those?
Yeah, so looking at the buying patterns, in quarter one, we didn't have any sales in 2024. This year, we've already had a couple, so we're off to a pretty good start. In Q2 of 2024, we had 9 sales, and quarter three, we had 6, and then finished off the year with 4 sales for the end of the year there.
So all this data is in what we call a real estate review for our clients on Crystal Lake, which we provide to them every year. There's 2 other things. We'd kind of take it away from Benzie County and go out to the state of Michigan. And Hayden, why don't you share us with what those appreciation values are?
Yeah, so in the state of Michigan, we've been seeing an appreciation rate of about 4.3% over the last 32 years. So some good consistent growth over these many years.
And check out this graph that's coming across the screen. You look at the state of Michigan and the whole United States. Over the last 4 quarters, the average appreciation in Michigan is 6.9%. Take a quick look around the U.S., and that's a pretty high number. So Michigan's still seeing some strong values, and particularly northern Michigan, on and off Waterfront, are seeing some strong values, increasing appreciation year over year. So it's still a strong market up here too.
Thanks for watching us here, and if you want more information about your property online, feel free to swing by our website and plug in your address to get a better idea on value.
And if you're thinking about selling, our advice is it's never too early to start talking to us. There's no obligation visit. We can talk about our process. And if you want to fine-tune value based on what you get off our website, that's where we come in and talk to you about our process too. So hope you enjoyed our market update and look forward to seeing you again in May.